Turn it up loud, feel the beat in your chest. Static and fire where the wild ones rest. This is the place we break all the rules. Rock in the veins, rock in the soul. Unleash the chaos, let the thunder roll. Welcome to the sound that never grows
You talking to me?
I forgot you were wearing a
You're
costume.
talking to me? You're trying to talk to me?
You talking to me?
I don't know if you should be talking to me like that.
Come into my house. Don't give me a gift.
On the day of my daughter's wedding, you bring me Doritos.
You bring me Doritos.
All right, what do we got? The late night
Yeah, I thought
loaded
they were unique.
taco. All right, late
How-
night. That just
What
feels
flavor?
like
They're just taco flavored, I believe.
yeah. It says it's loaded taco
Yeah.
flavor.
So, how much do you think they'll taste like taco before you get it? I doubt it.
Probably
I don't
not
know.
all that much.
Yeah, I don't know. They look.
Um,
I thought they were more like a spicy thing, but based on like the bag, it doesn't seem like any spices in it.
you can smell like a jalapeno little like
Really?
smell, like if you just like take one out and like give it a sniff or probably yeah. It's got like a little jalapeno
Yeah, it
type
kinda
smell to
smells
it.
like what, tacos. It does smell like
Yeah, I
tacos.
know for sure.
Yeah.
But how much can you get ground beef? You know, like what's does a chip taste like ground beef?
I think you had to get the tomatoes and
Like
other
the
stuff.
cheese, yeah.
In all that. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll find out.
Give me your.
ASMR.
Yeah, yeah. Get it nice and close. Yeah.
I will say that's like pretty close.
Really?
Yeah, give it a try. That's
don't
I
like-
was like, how do you taste ground beef? And it actually has a little bit of that like ground beef aftertaste to it.
Well, you know, like those ground beef is like artificial. It's like
Yeah.
glucose is like it's like 20% glucose.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah. Yeah, they do taste like tacos, but
yeah. I think they're pretty good.
no, but like to say they
I'll eat 'em
actually
later.
they actually do taste like tacos.
Yeah.
Like 100, I would give that like a solid flavor rise on point, like
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a taco.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. But-
Yeah, I mean, but they did a good job and stuff like that. But when you first smell it, it gives you a nice kick of jalapeno smell to it.
So
That's
what's
what
your
I
costume? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
but,
I'm clearly an Italian mobster.
Okay.
Uh,
Any Pacific one?
Not really. I mean, this was I was looking at
You a mobster or a
inspiration.
gangster?
Probably more of a mobster. This is like
Right.
the exact style with that like white stripe that Tony Soprano
Yeah.
wears in
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Sopranos.
Those ones are fire.
So same style as that, but it's a comfortable costume. So it's
No,
not
yeah,
like I
'cause
have
it's
to
like
be
you didn't buy a costume, you bought an actual like
like
jumpsuit.
Velvelier
Yeah.
tracksuit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then the chain I already had with
Yeah.
the Italian horns.
Yeah,
that was
the-
easy.
yeah.
And then the wife beater I already
You
had.
wear wife beaters every
Yeah,
day.
I don't think I've ever been a day without a wife beater
No.
on.
Like by 9 o'clock, you got the just your wife beater. on.
Yeah, it's just the wife beater. You gotta roll. Well, now when I'm just hanging out at the house, it's just the wife beater anyways. But
Yeah.
I won't wear the chain around the house. You gotta
Yeah.
set that aside.
No,
keep it nice and
I
clean.
always have my chain on. I never take it off.
I like to take it off sometimes just because.
I give you it gets stuck in my beard.
Yeah.
It pulls and it hurts.
Yeah.
That-
Well, and too, like I've had issues where I wear it to the gym and then it breaks because it's like I mean it's gold, but it's not like a thick bulky chain.
Yeah.
So now I have like one of the bigger clamp pieces, like in the wherever that is
Yeah.
on the chain, so that it like stays better together.
Yeah.
Like this piece here, this like round
Yeah.
piece
It'd be
keeps it better together.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance of like mine breaking, so like I haven't had a chance like to figure out if I need something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have yours. Hangs down more, anyways.
Yeah. No, well, it just kind of slides over the neck.
Yeah,
makes it a little bit
mine.
easier.
I can't take it off without unbuckling it.
Yeah, I also have other like gold things. Like I had the 5 that goes on this, but I also have a shamrock because
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta.
I am
cover it.
Irish too. So
Yeah.
but
You're an
just
Italian.
for the costume purposes, we no Irish thing. We just go with the Italian horn. So
Yep.
it's fully authentic. Although it could be Irish mob, but 'cause that wasn't the costume's intention. Well, it's a nice transition actually into the mafia and talking about our friend up on the screen here, Chauncey Billups, along with 34 others
Yeah.
who were arrested in a legal gambling scheme.
Most
Probably,
of them pleading not guilty.
yes, but
It's kind of crazy.
um, I mean, one of the craziest parts about it, I feel like, um, was not only was he giving inside information to the team he was coaching, he was a part of like an illegal gambling poker scheme.
Yep.
And like I have other, I mean, that's just the image of him.
Yeah, apparently he was like telling his friends to like bet the under on him because he was
Yeah.
gonna get injured at a certain point and get out of the game. So he's like bet all the under on everything.
Yeah. Well, that was Terry Rozier.
Oh,
That's Chauncey Billups. Terry Rozier
did that?
played for the Celtics actually to
I thought
start
they
his
were in the,
career.
both the same lawsuit.
No, so they're technically yes, they're under the same FBI investigation, but this was part of what was happening for Chauncey Billups, the first guy I had. They were intentionally rigging poker games.
Oh wow.
So he
Oh,
was
so he's doing old time like mob stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were like going and like
Like Tony Soprano used to do that.
yeah, I saw this. I literally took a picture of this when they were talking about it on ESPN because I was like, "Oh, this will be good to have." But it was backed by multiple crime families, so it was altered shuffling
Which
machines.
crime families were in there?
That they don't release. They're not going to release
Why
that
not?
information. Well, at least not yet.
Yeah.
Not off the beginning
I was
initial.
gonna
Because
say,
also,
what crime families are still like active? I'm sure most of them are active, but how active?
yeah, that I don't know. And you know, this is just a podcast, so all respect to the crime family.
Yeah,
Don't come for
we love
us.
you guys. Yeah, we love you guys. You
We
guys
love-
keep doing boo to the FBI. Boo.
we
Actually, funny about that. So like, not to like change subject, but a guy I knew like blew the whistle to like something, and the FBI like wanted him to give all the names to things, but he would not give any names that was a mobster.
yeah,
Like that, like Capone and all those. Not Capone, but like those type of people. He wouldn't like give the names. He would give the names to Saudi bin Laden's brother and all that
yeah.
in the book. But he went to jail just because he wouldn't give up those names. I don't blame him. Why would
Yeah.
he give him up the
Well,
names?
what? You go to jail for however many years, and that's the thing, right? That's probably what.
Yeah, he
Chauncey
only went for
Billups-
6 months low security.
Yeah, and think about what Chauncey Billups is probably going to deal with now, where he he is probably going to be in the same situation where he has a chance to give names of other people involved because I'm sure it's more than just 34 people that were in on this.
I think it's like the main people, and then like it was probably more that like just didn't like know they were just a part of it or running something that not full schemed.
Yeah, yeah. And apparently, so part of what the article I read too was in a game in 2019. So this has been happening since 2019. This
Yeah,
isn't
seems
like
about right.
a recent thing. Um, People were starting to catch on to the fact that Chauncey Billups was winning a lot of these games. And so he had to a certain point start intentionally losing here and there
Mm-hmm.
so that people didn't catch on to the fact that he was like clearly rigging all these
Yeah.
games and stuff. And there was an interesting thing, and actually CNN brought in a gentleman named Sal. Blank, I feel terrible
Some
because
guy's named Sal.
no. So he, let me see if I can find it real quick.
But
He actually came and spoke to us. Um,
you?
yeah, like us at the casino, like a small group of like
he came
us.
to your work.
Yeah,
Okay.
he came to like, and it was like maybe 10, 15 of us, and he gave a whole demonstration, but he was on CNN showing people how poker games get rigged, and he actually showed us a video of a poker tournament like that was live streamed on TV,
Yeah.
like one of those big $1 million ones, and these two guys were doing like hand signals with each other back and forth to help win, and they ended up winning the poker tournament and winning the big prize money. Let me see if I can find his name real quick. He's all over YouTube.
I think I could do that. We should do that.
What? Rig a poker game?
you
Yeah,
do
well,
it.
now they know because
Yeah.
we're talking about it. Like,
One
it's
time,
super easy to do.
I'm sure we could do it.
Um,
You do a little wink. What would your signal be if you had to give a signal across the table? Like, how would you go about it?
Sal Picanta. It's Italian. I don't know,
Picante.
but he
Probably
basically,
a mobster guy.
yeah, he's super. Let me see, because I was looking up other like Chauncey Billups images and stuff.
How many mobsters families do you think are still around, Dennis?
How many do I think are still around?
Yeah, I'd say probably like what 7 that are like active, maybe.
Oh, it's got to be more than that.
Really?
Are you talking about just in the U.S.?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about Italy because like Italy definitely has that still stuff that goes on.
I would imagine
I'm
probably
not like I mean like Italian mobsters.
at least double digits.
Really?
Yeah, at least double digits.
No.
Because even if some of them are running a little bit smaller, um,
But I feel like at that point it would be speak like a crime family like that runs a crime family. So like aren't you part of another crime family?
I guess.
Yeah, so like you'd be under somebody.
Yeah, I mean it's like the hell's the fucking movie?
Give me a line or something. I can help you out.
The most popular Italian mob movie. The name of it,
The
The Godfather.
the
The
Godfather.
Godfather. I'm
Oh,
like,
we
what
the
the hell?
ones
I
we
could
were just
totally
the
blank on
one
it.
we were just quoting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had my brain just went
Oh,
numb for a
I
second.
thought you were talking about like something else.
Well, that's where they like all meet together, and there's like this kind of whole like
Yeah.
organization type thing too. So,
That
um,
casino shows it a little bit.
yeah. Well, this is the guy. Let's see if I can fast forward a little bit to like where he.
Not that. That's for sure. All right, you want to explain this video?
Yeah, there's a great video. This guy here, Sal had came and spoke to us before at the casino. He's a very intelligent guy, just a crap ton of experience in casino stuff. But he has some cool insight into some different tactics that were probably used to rig poker games. I'll play a little bit. Put my mic up.
Can you explain how any of this equipment is used?
Oh, I can explain all of it. The X-ray table. That's just a table that has cameras built into it that look upward at the cards. It can actually see through the green felt, so you can use any of cards. As long as the cards lie above the camera can see what that card is and then transmit it. The shuffle machines. We just did a special on YouTube, and where a shuffle machine was hacked. What happens is the Deckmate 2 has a camera in it. And what that camera does, it notifies the casino or the dealer or the house if a card is missing. Also, if you took a deck of cards and put it into that machine, the cameras know every card and can actually sort that deck out and put it back in order for you for the next day or the next play. Well, the cheaters came up with ways of utilizing that camera as well to know what cards are being dealt and who's getting them. And that shuffle machine is all shuffle. And it now it becomes a cheating. And I'm going to put this on loud so you can hear it. So I'm going to put it on speaker.
Okay.
And now it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So
I don't get this part. Like he's just got an app on his phone that just is reading what? What is it? How is it reading?
Listen to the phone. 3-2. That means right now, seat 3 is going to win. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ace 5 is winning. Here's your burn. There's your flop. 2 pair. Burn, flop, burn, and C3 wins.
Essentially what it's showing is, so like in poker obviously the players get their cards, right? And then community cards are dealt the first 3 flop, the turn, the river.
Yeah, but how is it
So
showing it?
what's happening is the phone is basically detecting the cards, kind of
So
similar
they
how
already
you could
been
say
marked.
yes.
Oh, so
And
I didn't know they were marked. I thought they were a brand new deck.
no, so they're already pre-marked. That was
Okay.
part of what the scandal was.
Oh,
And so then that thing is going to register up like earpiece or something, and it will say 3, which means seat 3 is going to win.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
how
I
you
get it now,
know
yeah.
beforehand if you have a
It's
winning
pretty cool
hand or
that
not.
like that we can do that.
Yeah.
But how many casinos you think are running this?
Underground, probably all of them. Actual casinos, probably none.
Yeah,
But
maybe 80, 95%.
you could go
of the
anywhere. I
world.
mean, like if you go up to New Hampshire, like on that little
The
strip
Nash.
by
Oh,
no
Hampton Beach.
by Hampton Beach. They have that little tiny casino
Yeah,
room
the
and stuff.
Five Ducks.
I don't know like if they're regulated or not. If they're not regulated, they could totally be fixing games in there. Like you have
Yeah.
no clue. If the mob is involved there, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
We love you
yeah,
guys.
make more money. Make more
we
money. Send me a little note not to gamble this.
we have
I'll
no
keep my mouth
negative
shut.
opinion
I'll
about
keep my mouth shut.
about that. But he's a lot of fun to listen to, and he knows quite a bit about these kind of things. And I mean, you would think he's like the David Blaine of casinos, just the way he can manipulate cards and stuff. And
Yeah.
you know,
No, he
him
was
and his
moving his the way he was shuffling was pretty cool.
yeah, just the way he does everything. And like him and his wife have been doing this routine for a long time now.
Oh,
But he and his wife have their own hand signals. Like there, he showed us a video of a French poker tournament where two guys were using hand signals. Like if they rub their cheek, that means like, oh, I have a straight. If I rub my nose, I got two pair. If I had, if I rub my forehead, I got ace high. That's all I have. And they had different signals, and then they would have other signals. So it'd be like, oh, if I have my hands on the table, that means I want you to go all in because you have a better hand,
Yeah.
and I'll raise
okay.
the pot.
They really had a lot of signals.
Yeah, and so, but
wait.
you and I, we could come up with signals just through casual conversation, and he shows how that's done too. So, like, if I say anytime I name a football player in conversation,
Yeah. Keywords.
that means I have a really good hand. Let me take this one.
Yeah.
You just try and raise the pot. So we'll be talking. I'll be like, hey, Phil, did you see, Drake May's performance the other day? You just heard me say, a football name.
Yeah.
Now, if I say, okay, if I name a hockey player, that means I have a bad hand. If you have a good hand,
Yeah.
you go all in. And then so I'm like, hey, you think it's last year for Sidney Crosby? He's got a few left. What do you think?
Essentially, yeah.
And that no, like if you see people doing hand signals, the same ones, like you could maybe pick up on that after a while.
Isn't there like, isn't there like people that like study that for baseball for the other team?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe those people could go to Vegas and just
know,
run it
yeah,
up.
I know, just like do that.
Yeah, and just run it up. But you
probably
could
get hired off of that from like what you do.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, Sal should go do it for a team. He'd probably pick people's signs off like crazy.
He probably makes more money just telling people what to do.
Yeah, no, he makes quite a bit of money. I mean, obviously he's getting on like big news stations and stuff.
Yeah.
Not that CNN's a good station to
No,
watch,
no.
but but
Absolutely not.
no, personal biases aside.
Yeah, they're probably cheating in the video.
Yeah. But yeah, it's quite interesting. The other big story that we had to go into, I know you were excited to talk about. I was excited to talk about as well. I got to get off the South thing is the Louvre. And I'll kick off first. The first image is some of the stuff that was stolen.
Yeah. Look at what do you think made them like choose these ones? I'm sure there's other prices ones.
Probably easiest access, right?
like
You got to think
quickest.
that, right? If they're trying to be quick, they're in and out in 7 minutes.
Yeah, which is like crazy that you can like do that quick.
Yeah. You're probably going for what can you get your hands on quickest. The other thing too is if they're breaking these down just for the pieces to sell, I guess maybe it doesn't matter as much. But if somebody
no, it
like
definitely would matter because you got to make sure like there's enough gold on there and silver.
yeah, but I mean, there's diamonds and all. Like, look at this one, dude. That's like fat diamond, and then all these little ones around. Look how much money that is just on that one singular. And like all these, like that's two there, 4, 4, 4. So that's 4 eights, 12, 16, 20, 24, just in that middle section.
It's a lot.
It's quite a
gonna
bit.
be over millions of dollars. You're gonna make money.
But if somebody specifically was like, "Oh, I want this sapphire Queens of Marie M. Lee crown," then you're specifically going after that item. That's meticulous planning because you have to be kind of
Especially if you have a buyer lined up that
Yeah.
wants it.
because if whatever that crown's worth, let's say the crown's worth $1 million, and they're like, if you go steal it, I'll buy it from you for 1.2.
Yeah.
Like
that's
that's crazy money, man. That's crazy money.
Like just to have it to say you have it is kind of funny.
Yeah, and there are certain countries, right? Like, people talk about when they commit crimes in the U.S. Like people flee to specific countries because the U.S. doesn't have any jurisdiction
Did
in those
anybody try to
countries.
flee?
The first guy that was caught trying to fly to Algeria. My guess is Algeria doesn't have some sort of like.
Jurisdiction in
Well, France wouldn't have any jurisdiction
Yeah.
in Algeria. I'm not sure if that's specifically where the buyers were, like
no,
where they like
not Nigeria. Maybe they could sell it in Nigeria and then
Algeria, not Nigeria,
What the-
Algeria. I mean, they're both in Africa, but
they're like next to each other. So
I don't know that.
I'm sure there's
I'm
southern.
not a map expert.
I'm sure it's southern Africa
Yeah.
because that's where the crime is.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have been some sort of relay where they're like, fly to Algeria. I mean, if Algeria like borders the water, let's say, or something like that.
But like they only had one fleeing to Algeria. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But maybe you had everybody, maybe that was part of the plan was like, we'll all flee to different locations so that if one of us gets caught, the other three are basically moving in different directions. I mean, clearly it didn't work
No,
because there's
'cause
already
he-
at least two people, if not a third,
Yeah, he left his DNA
in custody. Yeah.
But I wish I'm curious to see how many people like were actually involved. I don't know how many people were involved of like in the actual act of like
Four, apparently.
four.
So these were the two that were like that we're
Getting their
talking about
jewelry.
with the that were going down here. I mean that's kind of blurry when you zoom in on it, but they were moving. I could see someone just casually running in the
Yeah.
background. But that's like terrible cameras, man. Like you can't even see like because this guy's face is clearly not covered. If you had a good camera pointing in that direction, you'd be able to see his face clear as day.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't really tell if it's not or not covered.
Because this guy, you can see the black mask over his nose and his mouth. That guy just looked like, doesn't that just look
Yeah.
like he's a white guy?
Yeah, it looks like a
Like it's
skin.
just a hat and stuff.
Yeah, but
Um,
his eyes are just showing.
yeah, but you could definitely see a little bit there. And then this was the like 3D map image of like what it looks like, um,
Oh yeah.
and how you would potentially get in that and
Mhm.
maneuver around there. And
I'm surprised they didn't like notice someone backing up there.
I mean, those guys there on that crane just look like construction workers, to be honest
Yeah,
with
but
you.
like if you're a security guy, you should know what's going on through the day.
Yeah, they should have some sort of briefing. Well,
Yeah.
that's why I think too. Like, is there somebody involved on the inside? I'm sure everybody's being
Yeah,
investigated that was
definitely had to be
working.
an inside job.
Yeah,
Like,
and how did they know specifically that that one blind spot in the CCTV cameras was there? Like, how did they
I'm
know
sure they
that?
did a test run.
Yeah, but how do they have access to the cameras to see that?
Oh, they definitely do. You just have to hack.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
But
hack
you got,
it.
I guess.
If you're an underground, you already have a guy that's on the computer for that. He's taking care of all of that, like traffic cameras, making them all red and green.
So
for
you
to
can
go
just drive through,
100%, no doubt in my mind, that they had a computer guy.
Yeah.
But
Well, clearly they did a good job of getting them, just a really sloppy job afterwards.
well, they hired the wrong guys, I guess.
Yeah. And there was probably some panic because they were like, "Shit! Like we left shit at the scene. They're gonna
They're
figure out."
probably freaking out because the guy got caught.
Yeah. Well, if so, that's what I'm still confused about. Is it 3 people caught or just 2 total? Because there is 4 that they know of. If it is 4, then there's maybe just one person still out on the run. And he hasn't been caught.
Maybe he has the jewels.
Yeah. Well, he also too, like you got to think, right? Like who's to say this guy didn't intentionally get these 3 caught, knowing that if he got them caught, he could get out of this for free.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't
and
know. I
just
think it's
kind of
more risk. It depends on like they probably have a mastermind. There's usually how it works is a guy comes up with a plan and then they have everybody. He picks certain people and then he watches everything to make sure everything goes smooth.
Yeah.
Adjusts the plan. So I assume like those 4 guys are like guys that did the act, and I feel like there's more people that like developing and like because I don't think 4 people can just rob a heist, especially in these days with all the camera and technology. So they had to have someone like with high clearance or like hacking skills to get
Yeah.
through this.
Well, maybe too like that's the thing though, right? Like if this guy made a whole plan and had these 3 people helping him, he very could have easily masterminded his own plan to be like, all right, so we're gonna do this, and then the second that I get all the jewels and tell them to do this and this, I'm telling them to do this and this with the idea that they're gonna get caught.
Yeah,
and then
but like,
I'm gonna break from the plan. So if they rat
but
me
you have
out,
to find a way for to connect with him to get the jewels.
but he might have had them all along.
So you think he's one of those four guys who walked in?
Could have, yeah.
Maybe.
But that we don't know any of that. We don't know who they are. They have 96 hours to question
If
them.
I had to take the risk, I wouldn't do though. Those guys looked like chumps, and
Yeah.
the guys who robbed didn't look like they were smart enough to come up with the plan. They looked like pawns.
Yeah, could have been. That's why I'm saying like there could have been one person that was so smart to think like,
Because the last time they robbed the lube, they had like 7 guys. There was one main guy who's like telling everybody what to do, and then they have everybody had certain roles.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. I don't
yeah.
remember
No,
what.
I remember seeing them showing clips from that because of all this happening.
Yep.
I'd be interested to know how often they probably catch some of these in advance, but
Yeah,
at the
how many
same
times they rob the loo? Look up that. How many times a year does the loo get to robbed?
that I don't know. So we'll give you information.
Because like seems like the loo gets robbed every like 10 years.
Then
Like I'm assuming there's already a plan to rob the lube again right now. Where people are already planning it.
So 5 times. 1911, Vincenzo Peruggia, a former Louvre employee, stole the Mona Lisa. The painting was recovered in Italy 2 years later.
2 years later.
Wow.
That's
So
crazy.
I mean, 1911. There's no real good technology.
Yeah.
1976, three masked men using scaffolding to access the building and stole the sword of King Charles. 1990, Renoir painted portrait of a sealed woman was cut from its frame, and several small jewelry items were discovered missing. 1998, painting by Camille Carat Le Chemin de Serves was stolen, has not been recovered. So 1998, and they haven't recovered the painting.
Oh.
And then the most recent 2025 heist saw thieves steal French royal jewels valued approximately $88 million, and that's euro money.
And that's been recovered.
It doesn't say recovered. It just says
Well,
that.
so like I guess it's profitable to like the chances of you succeeding. I guess because like 2 out of like 5. I guess right.
Yeah. I mean, the guy in 1911 went 2 years without the Mona Lisa getting
Yeah.
caught. So, everyone else, and then whatever this painting was, has just never been recovered from 1998. So clearly, whoever that was is the guy to follow for whatever he
I'm
did.
sure it's in like someone rich
Oh yeah, yeah,
guy. He's like bragging about it. I have the painting.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure of it, but it's pretty crazy how often, you think maybe I'm just saying it probably happens more often where people come up with plans and then it gets foiled before they can even
Yeah.
try and
A
execute
lot of
any
them
of the
are like,
plans.
all right, you can see it in the web and stuff. So
Yeah.
they're like already looking up on that. But I don't know. I got some Halloween stuff. You want?
All right, let's
interested?
hit some Halloween stuff here.
I want to ask you a question. What do you think are some costumes that look good online, but when you get them at home, they're just like, yeah, we're not wearing this.
Um, I will say like there's some that are just overdone. Like I feel like there's just a lot of costumes that are overdone.
You got an example?
I think like vampire, like why are we still doing vampires? It's just
I
kind of
feel
a
like
silly
it's
one.
like a couple thing now.
Yeah.
Where like you're in high school. Cause like
Feels like you're not trying. Like,
yeah, but a girl vampire is kind of hot.
nah, dude, girls can do way better stuff.
Yeah,
than
you
that.
just wear lingerie, of course.
Uh,
But like I don't know.
You're telling me you wouldn't? I could think of like 10 costumes I'd rather see a girl in than Playboy Bunny.
Okay, some of them not so much because
Yeah,
some
well,
of
if
'em
you're
had bad costume and
if you're ugly, yeah, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Um, if um, like those like slutty cop like SWAT costumes.
No.
No,
No. Not even the cop ones. Like
no,
I feel like they'd have to be ultimate slutty, like super tight. Like Catwoman.
that's what
would be
those
hot.
are. Catwoman, okay,
Yeah.
that's another one.
Um,
Hooters girl,
that's basically a porn star.
okay,
Um,
but that's a good one.
Angel.
Angel.
Yeah, which they all love doing. The devil.
Yeah, the devil. That's 6. I'm sure there's plenty more I'm
Yeah,
just not thinking of
I'm
on the
thinking.
spot right now, but there's definitely, if I really thought about it, like at least a bunch more. It's just overplayed. But in terms of like ones that are just not done well, I would say maybe like construction worker,
Yeah.
because those are just, you just look like fucking Bob the Builder. You
Well,
know?
like unless you're like a union construction worker, then you're just going wearing your vest, your light vest.
Yeah. But you
And
drive past most construction sites, those dudes are like covered in dirt because they actually work.
yeah, they actually work.
And they're wearing like pants that are ripped and they have paint on them and they have,
Well, that's
you
for
know.
like mobile homes, like skyscrapers. They're all wearing their vests and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. That's just kind of lame, I guess, then. I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of costumes that just aren't done well. I feel like, um, obviously, just putting a sheet, cutting the holes, that's stupid. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
ghost. You didn't try at all.
Yeah, I used to do that. I did the gym teacher once. Called it a day.
Yeah, but, sometimes you just put a little effort into it. This was $40 on Amazon. You're comfortable.
Yeah, this year I put an effort. I was a lumberjack.
Yeah.
Last year they just stuck a bunch of what'd they do?
You could wear the same thing every year, though. No one would judge. Just buy one thing one time.
Yeah.
I could be an Italian mobster every year.
That's what I was. I was a gym teacher for
Yeah.
4 years. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not buying anything else.
But even in college, you
plan,
and
I had to get
John
something.
did like John and Ted from Ted.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
I thought that was good. Yeah.
You buy a bear onesie, like,
Yeah,
dude,
John-
that's so easy.
No, John had it. He's like, yeah, dude, I got the bear onesie. We should be 10. I'm like, dude, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It was good.
Yeah.
I totally forgot we did that. That's crazy. Good memory.
Yeah, that was super simple, right? Like super, super simple. You don't have to put in a lot of work for it.
Do you have any like fun activities you did in Halloween, like ding dong ditching, like stealing like something from your friend's house to like, oh, where is it? TPing.
I don't know if we had any fun traditions. When we went to the party, we did like a murder mystery
Did
game.
you do the boo? You ever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
the
you
boo
boo people's
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to love doing that, but I used to do that. But like I also did the ding dong ditching a lot. Like
Yeah.
my road hated at my house because we were like, ding dong next house, ding dong next house, all the way down the road.
Yeah.
I remember one time, we did it during the day to my buddy's neighbors, and they were like a wholesome family. Like they're polite. They're like trying to
Yeah.
raise their kids like nice and like, hi, how are you?
Uh,
So them, my brother and my brother's friend we were up in their house looking out the window watching them do it, and then so they go over the thing. They all we see is one hit it, and they book it, and it's like midday, sun's out, summer, like, and their yard has no bushes,
Yeah.
so it's like you run as fast as you can until you get behind like a house, another house or something.
Yeah.
So we were waiting there. They open the door. The mom comes out. Hello, hello, hello. She's from another country. I got
Yeah.
a little accent. She's like, hello, hello. Where's everybody? And then her kids like have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do because they have like no friends.
Yeah.
They come out, and I'm like, we're like 10. But we're young.
Yeah.
We're like, so they're like, oh, the Antoni and Leo like to do this. Like they're out here somewhere. So they were telling their moms, and then their dad came out and like started looking around their whole yard and like, where are they? Where are they? Not like a fun way.
Yeah.
Like
he's
"Ooh,
pissed.
yeah, like this. So we're
The
up.
dad comes out with a fucking shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, I'll
That's
tell
what
you
should've
another
said.
story. No, that's another story. That was the across the street
Yeah.
happened. We did it again. We were thinking no one's home. They rang the doorbell at least 30 times. Ames trying to get someone to answer and say what happened. They called the kid's mom that like we were staying at their house,
Yeah.
us, and said, "Oh, they ding dong ditched us. They like what the." The mom's like, "Yeah, so."
Yeah. Like what? Who cares?
But another time is they ding dong ditch. It's guy, I think Indian guy comes out, baseball bat, chases these 9-year-olds down the street. All you just see these kids out the window just running. You see like a 40-year-old man with a baseball bat. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, be lucky it's not a gun, I guess.
I know, dude. Like you're chasing some kids with a baseball bat. Why do you need a baseball bat? They're like kids.
Yeah.
First of all, so
People are angry. They got nothing better to do.
no,
They just sit around. They're like, oh, if someone fucks with me, I'm gonna try and go at them with a baseball bat.
yeah. I don't know. I know. I had another story in my town. There was some kid had a fight with his dad, so he shot his dad with a BB gun.
Damn,
It was crazy. His dad chased him down with a baseball bat on the street. Oh, it was all over my town.
that's crazy.
You have any town stories like that?
No, not that I
know
know
you had
of.
the guy who got arrested.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was like, I'm sure stuff happens and people just don't know
Really?
about it.
Oh, my town, like something happened. The whole town knew. It was like it wouldn't be in like the newspaper or anything. It would just be like one parent told this parent, this parent
Yeah.
told this parent.
I mean, stuff probably happened. I just don't know if I remember any of it. But
Really?
yeah, for Halloween stuff, we didn't do. We did the booing thing, and then I think that was about it. Like people never like TP'd houses or threw
Yeah, I
eggs
didn't
at
do that.
houses.
But
Like
they
that.
threw eggs, but like
Yeah.
that, like very rare. Cause like if you threw it at a car, it would take the paint and it would be a big serious thing.
That was like a thing with CVS where they basically. I remember people trying to buy eggs around Halloween time.
Yep.
And if you're like a younger person, they basically like grill you to be like, "What are you doing?" With
Oh
these
yeah,
eggs?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like oh yeah, I
like,
heard that
we're-
supermarkets.
Yeah, we're not like just selling a kid eggs around Halloween. Like we're not
It's a
idiots.
bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Like if you want eggs, go have your parents buy them because we're not selling them to
No.
you type thing.
No. No. We actually, when people dinged on us, so we were like we had all boys,
Yeah.
all my brothers. So like we were Wild House, so we were doing the ding dong. So people would do to us a lot, but like people would get enjoy of us. So it'd be like me and my brother were in like middle school, and we were in the airsoft age of our
Yeah.
life. So we had bought our own airsoft guns and everything. But Petro was in high school, so he had a bunch of friends with cars and like that could like come up and like ding dong ditch. One time we had like someone ding dong ditch us like 4 times. After the second time, me and Donnie take out the screens of our window upstairs. Pull Donnie's on one side of the house, I'm on the other side. And we shut the door a little and we stick out our BB gun, our airsoft guns out. So when they came by again, dude, we waited till him to walk and hit the button. And as he's walking back to the car, we lit the kid up, dude. Kid
That's what I
ran-
would do is just wait if you knew it's gonna happen on
Yeah.
like a certain night.
Oh, it made my day. It was like, yeah, it's like because we knew like they were in high school, so they weren't gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Like, so it was just a good time.
Yeah, we did that. I think everyone does the ding dong ditching at a certain point, and it's just a fun
When you
thing
have
to
kids,
do,
you're gonna
yeah.
be like, yeah.
I wonder if
how
it even happens anymore. I feel like kids now, like they're.
I'm gonna
like,
tell my.
I'm
kid
gonna
to go do it.
virtually ding dong ditch. I'm gonna fly my drone to your house, doorbell.
I'm gonna call you and hang up. That's gonna be the new thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna like. I'm gonna report you. It's like they're gonna do like swatting. Like that's like the swatting
yeah,
thing that
that's
that-
crazy. People do that. I'm
Yeah.
surprised like, how
You
do
can
they
get
not
in
track?
trouble. You can get in trouble for doing
Yeah,
that.
but like they can't track the numbers, so it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should. I'm surprised we don't have a quicker way to like track numbers when you get a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you could probably just go up to somebody on the street. Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
And then
Back in the
just-
day, you could use payphones and like it wouldn't track you and just run away.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, it would show what payphone, but you wouldn't
Yeah,
know who's
yeah,
at the
Yeah,
payphone.
that's why like the mobsters would be like, "Yo, meet me at a payphone. Go to a payphone."
Yeah. Were those the Halloween questions you had? Or?
Yeah, I don't have much.
What about, I didn't
you-
write this one down, but I was considering doing some type of like start bench cut thing for Halloween candy. I know you don't really like dessert.
No,
but
yeah, I could do
Halloween
candy. I give you some. You want to do one?
Just go. I don't have
Reese's, peanut butter cup, Snickers, and Skittles.
That's easy for me. I don't like peanut butter, so I would
I
cut.
forgot about that.
I would cut Reese's. I would probably start the Skittles and then bench the Snickers for me. But just in general, like I didn't make out the question, so we don't have to play it as
No,
start
you can
bench
just
cut.
shoot me one with no. Shoot me one.
Okay, I'll go chocolate candy.
What like you mean Hershey's?
Just anything that has chocolate in it.
Okay. You're going abroad for an area.
I'll go Twix bars, Kit Kats,
Okay, give me more.
and I'll give you Milky Way.
Oh, you put a lot of ones I don't like.
Okay.
So
What do you like? Gummy candy better?
like yes and no. I don't know. I don't. I like. So we got Twix, and I don't like caramel. Right? Twix has caramel. What else did you say? A chocolate bar. So Twix is going below the chocolate bar
Or
right
Kit
now.
Kat and
Kit
Milky Way.
Kat, Milky Way.
Well, Milky Way is also caramel.
Yeah, so Milky Way would be with the Kit Kat. I can probably deal with a Milky Way. So I'll probably put the Kit Kat last because I'm not a big fan of their crunch.
Okay.
Um, and then Hershey bar, and then what was the other one?
I didn't give you another one, but
I thought you
okay.
had 4.
No, I just gave you the 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just
and
said chocolate type candy that
then, yeah,
have.
yeah. Then the chocolate type.
So you like gummy candy better? Like you would prefer Skittles to all those?
I'm not a big fan of Skittles at all.
No.
No, I like
Like
Starburst.
Starburst.
Starburst
Okay.
were my big thing, especially during hockey. Like I would definitely go to the vending machine and get a thing of Starburst before I go on the ice.
Okay. Yeah, my big gummy candy now is the Nerd gummy clusters. I had you try them when we were doing the thing on
Oh,
the.
the nerds like gummy.
Yeah.
Clusters. Yeah.
Those are good, and
You
then
still like those? I didn't. They were all
yeah,
right. I'm not a big fan of Gushers.
Gushers I like too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't really like a lot of candy.
No, I don't like eat it. Like
Yeah.
I'll never say, "Hey, let me have Starburst." I will if I see Starburst, like someone lying in there, I'll grab them. I do like Starburst.
Okay.
Like I did have Twizzlers at the movies yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is the gummies that I like. Chocolate. Not so
I'm a
much.
big Charleston Chew. Charleston Chew. If you ever see those, you gotta
Never.
get. They're it's hit or miss whether you'll find them in stores or not, because like they're like an older school style candy, but like um they're fire. It's literally just like kind of like chocolate and marshmallow basically, but they're so good.
That's your favorite. What's your favorite candy?
That probably Charleston Chews.
Really?
Yeah, they're so
I've
good.
really never seen you mow on those.
It's hard to find. Like a lot, like 90% of the time you go to CVS, they don't have it, but then like 10% of the time they do, and I'm like, let's go. So sometimes you low key just have to like order them online. Are you trying to look it up and see?
No, I'm just looking for other topics to talk about. I have
I have other sports stuff too. Whenever you want to kick into
What
sports
about
stuff.
ghost seizing on dates during this holiday? Do you believe people are going on dates and ghosting people more?
Well, that probably happens all the time.
Yeah.
You seen these or no? Charleston Chews.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
I don't know. Isn't it like taffy?
No, it's like marshmallow.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that box
Yeah.
at the movie theater.
Yeah. This little box
Yeah,
here.
no, I don't like
Those are the minis,
marshmallow,
dude.
No. But yeah, no dating ideas for like Halloween.
Dating ideas for Halloween. If you were to do something, I mean, obviously, if people like haunted houses, I scare easily, so I don't really go to haunted houses.
I would
go to
do it.
like what's the Canopy Lake? They do Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Screamfest. Yeah.
It was called Screamfest.
You can go do rides, get food. They get the characters
see,
walking
that's the
around.
problem with me. If I couldn't do that because I don't like roller coasters.
Yeah.
So, like going to amusement parks is not ideal for me. Like I like to go because there's definitely some rides I can go on, but like I used to go to parks and I used to be that guy who just sits out this.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that. The Scream, I'm with you. I'm like not big of scary stuff,
Yeah.
but like if I can get in the mindset of like, oh, this is fake. That's just a dude in the costume. I just call him out.
It's the jump scares. Like the people
The
walking
loudness
around.
is like me going
Yeah.
like that. That like a jump scare. Like ooh, like that's not as bad. But like the scream on top of it. Oh my god.
It still gets it will always get me. It's just me being caught. Like I know it's still gonna happen at some point, but it's just the not knowing of when
Yeah.
that
The
that
jump
gets me. The
scares.
anticipation of it. They have Witches Woods, which is the same thing, like the haunted hayride at Witches Woods.
Yeah. There's another one up in New Hampshire that everybody goes to. It's like a baseball, batting cage, golf thing. And they
Yeah.
have, like a bunch of ice cream, and a bunch of that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that. I mean, Halloween themed bar nights, like
Yeah,
that kind
there's
of
not
stuff.
much
too.
like on a special date. I guess like everybody goes to Salem.
Yeah, go to Salem.
Massachusetts. That's what John did and his girlfriend.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was worth it. He said.
it's so crowded. It's like impossible to park.
But like, what is there to do other than walk around? I guess and look at the like the decorations and then get dinner.
Yeah. I mean, it's for
Like I
me.
go up there to get drinks and drink. That's it.
Yeah.
But, like if you're just going there on a date, like it's on the water, it's beautiful. I get it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where once you do it once, I don't feel the need to go
He's been
back all
3
the time.
times,
Yeah, I
and
would.
he's from New York.
Yeah,
Like why?
yeah.
Like what makes
Well,
you?
the first problem is he's from New York. So
Yeah,
he
fucking
can't
New
think
York
straight
guy.
anyways.
Him
'cause
and
he-
Eli, yeah. Fucking ready.
And,
The Yankees lose.
they can't lose anymore because they're not even in the World Series because they suck. And he'll be like,
Uh,
"Oh, but the
did
Red
you
Sox
hear?
aren't in the World Series." I'll
Did
be
you
like,
hear
"Yeah, but you're the
Poppy?
Yankees."
Poppy was in going through TSA with one of the announcer guys.
Yeah, yeah.
and he,
And some guy hit him
yeah,
with the
yeah.
Yankees
He's like,
use.
so the guy, then the white announcer guy was like up into the TSA guy, hey, and they're all like saying hi to thing, and then he gets up to say him this thing. He's like, "Duh, Yankees lose."
Yeah.
Stamps and let him go. He's like, Poppy's like, I can't go anywhere. I created a monster.
Well, it's fun though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just kind of
Yeah.
the rival. That's why I used to like, I guess this is on topic, but getting sidetracked a little bit was the old the old um ESPN commercials, and they have that one ESPN commercial with Big Poppy, and he's sitting there with A Rod. This is like early 2010s, like maybe 2010, 2009, and A Rod's like, "Oh, like you got to get like a better fitted hat." And Poppy's like, "What are you talking about?" And A Rod's got the Yankee hat on. He's like, "Try mine on; it will fit you
Yeah,
better."
yeah.
And then Poppy puts on
And
a
then he
Yankee hat,
walks
and then
away.
Wally
Yeah,
walks
in,
by, and
yeah,
he's like
dude.
shaking his head.
Those commercials back in the day were so good. Now they just don't do Red Sox commercials.
So funny enough, I'll actually pull this up. I randomly stumbled across this commercial just watching TV, and I'm calling this
New
my
commercial?
funny moment of the week.
New commercial?
Yeah, it's a new commercial for State Farm.
Look at his facts, boys.
I know. Look
Look
at
at
all
it.
this stuff here. Um,
Mine's not as neat as this.
I just like put everything in a list, but hold on, let me.
Mine's like in 14 different lists.
It's like a 30-second, but I was like, this is kind of funny. Just the concept itself, even if you don't think the commercial itself is hilarious, I think it's pretty
All
funny.
right, this is my reaction video. right
Okay.
here. I'll get a reaction video.
This is your reaction to it. I'll put my microphone up.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the
I think I've
protection
seen
of
this.
dog. But hitting that dog.
Get tossed. Oh yeah, I did see this.
Kevin Barnes beat Franklin Elementary. Okay, stop. Guys, actually, the city ordinance.
City ordinance.
The team? No. Respect the best. Respect the best. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good commercial. I
Pretty
feel like
good.
the actor
Oop.
or the director could have done a lot better with the guy who's holding the stop sign.
But it's funny though.
Yeah,
like,
no,
like,
no,
it
the
was definitely a
concept's
funny
really funny.
concept.
It's just like, you know me, I'm a big commercial guy. That's kind of what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
Like help people with creating commercials and promotion. But yeah, I just feel like maybe if you hit the guy a couple times, like knock him over, just like ooh, just like,
Yeah,
like,
throw a body into
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's like I feel like this day and age, people like a little physical. That's what makes funny.
Yeah.
So
I still got a little. When I first saw it, I got a little chuckle out of it too because he's like, all right, come on, guys, it's a city ordinance. You guys stop.
yeah,
stop."
city ordinance.
Yeah.
What's your funniest commercial that you can memorize? You
Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl when the Patriots beat them in the Malcolm Butler pick.
Yep.
M&M's did a commercial, and
The lady one
let
where
me see
when
if I-
when she strips the is that the one?
Yes,
Yeah,
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 and then
yeah,
the other
yeah,
M&M rips his clothes off, and I'm sexy.
Oh,
yeah. That's one of my favorite commercials of all time.
I think mine was a D. Um, G. Yeah, these
Doritos.
guys. Doritos commercial when I don't know if you've seen it was a Super Bowl commercial where like the guy has eaten the Doritos and he's taunting his dog outside. So his dog takes a loop around the thing, comes real fast, pounces on the door, knocks it down, and takes his Doritos.
Oh yes, yes, yes. All right,
Um,
this is I had to play it. 'Cause
Dorito used to have so many good ones.
there's always commercials.
Always.
BetMGM.
Yo, turn that
constant bill.
sideways. So it's that kind of party. Body. The Diddy party right there.
The way this was too that was when the whatchamacallit, the LMFAO, the I'm
Yeah,
sick and I
yeah,
know.
that was
That's
going.
when they were big.
Yeah, that's when
So
all
that's
the
why that
commercials
commercial was so
too.
good. Yeah.
Another deodorant one is when the girl's pregnant, and he's waving the deodorant, and
Yeah.
he chucks it, and the baby comes out.
They had some
Uh,
good commercials for the old Super Bowls. Now I'm like, I get excited because I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a couple good commercials.
'Cause it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
these companies.
Yeah.
Like Coke used to have good commercials.
Yeah.
Like they just don't need it anymore. So
Yeah.
they just
Well, and you had to make your own style too. Like Budweiser, they always had those like emotional ones with the horses and stuff like that. You have to
Yeah.
have your own brand.
like they just started coming back with they had one with Shane Gillis and
Yeah, the Bud Light one.
yeah, with Post Malone.
Post Malone, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't their best,
Yeah.
but it was a good start.
Yeah.
They have to recover after what they they had
Yeah.
big problems the last
And there's
2
some
years.
good opportunities. Like Full Send, like just go and do something crazy. Like it'd be funny. People are gonna laugh.
I know it's like they're all like, I feel like it just got,
Afraid to offend people.
yeah,
but who
I feel like
cares?
it's coming down now.
Yeah.
So like I feel like people just want to attract the people that they are like they don't normally get.
Yeah.
But like those are not the people that are getting you the money.
Yeah.
So like if you want more money, just make commercials towards the people that actually buy it, and they'll just buy it more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
100%.
yeah.
Well, we can switch into a little sports. We'll hit a few quick topics. Then I got a little topic for discussion and maybe get into how we feel like we could fix the problem here. But first,
Fixing problems. That's what we do.
yeah, first, this will be like our own consulting company. We're just giving people
Yeah,
advice.
we do that. We'll take phone calls and we'll give consultants. We do have to say we're not professionals.
Game 3 of the World Series tonight, tied up at 1-1. Toronto won game 1. Dodgers win game 2. Your prediction? It basically like the series hasn't started because it's tied 1-1.
I've already thought the Dodgers are losing because I'm a big fan on conspiracy theories,
Okay.
and they already bought the Colonel back. Do you know about the Colonel?
The Colonel?
Yeah, so apparently for the Dodgers, the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken
Yeah.
used to go and sit back there back in the day. And when he would go to the games, automatically lost. So there was a guy who dressed up as the Colonel, sat back behind the plate, and then people were like, "Why is there a Colonel there?" A bunch of people did some research back in like, I don't know if you can do a quick Google. The current back in like 1980 when he was alive, he would sit there and they would be just like the Colonel Bad Luck Dodgers or something.
Let's see if anything comes up.
I
for
do want Canada losing. I do hate Canada.
it.
No, I don't hate Canada.
Well, I mean,
That's just
none of
my
those
rival.
players I think are even
No. But like,
refers to a superstition that arose after a man dressed as a Colonel Sanders sat behind home plate at a recent World Series game between the Blue Jays and Dodgers. After the Dodgers won Game 2, fans speculated that the Colonel was bad luck charm for the Blue Jays. Oh, bad luck for the Blue Jays.
My bad.
And that the superstition was related to Japanese urban legend known as the Curse of the Colonel, where a statue of Colonel Sanders was submerged in a river and was believed to have cursed the Hinchin Tigers baseball team. So I mean,
yeah. So that's been going on. So my bad, not the.
so
the Blue
close. So
Jays,
the Dodgers would win.
Yeah,
is
the
what you're
Dodgers
saying.
win. So my bad.
So your prediction is Dodgers win based on the Colonel Sanders curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to make things interesting, I'll say the Blue Jays bats get going again, and they take the series just to see.
Yeah, they hit dingers left and right. So
they
yeah.
got some good. They got some good players.
Dodgers have good pitchers though.
Yeah, the Dodgers all around just have a loaded roster. I mean, when you have a lot of money as a franchise and you go out and spend it, that's kind of what happens usually.
Yeah.
And then obviously Patriots grab their 5th straight win in a row.
Yeah, did you see that catch from the defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Unbelievable
I
catch.
didn't, dude. People in the bar that I was at. Oh, weren't you there? No, you weren't gonna come by.
Yeah.
With your girlfriend. Yeah, people in the bar were just like, "Nah, he didn't catch it. We had to take a double look, dude. Like, I thought it bounced on the ground. No, he actually tucked it.
Yeah, that was
And
very impressive.
and he plays safety.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, dude, get him on wide receiver now
no,
with hands like that.
change his position.
That was unbelievable. I mean, what a beautiful game all around. I mean, Drake May looked great again. They started slow.
Yeah, but
Uh,
they usually do. So
yeah,
I'd rather start slow and finish strong anyway.
and that's the thing too.
Get
And
a feel for the game.
you know, I feel bad for Miles Garrett for the Browns, who was a game record. He had 5 sacks in that game, set a record for, or tied the record for most sacks in a game. Where like you have such a talented player like that, and people are like, oh, well, I don't feel bad for him because he took a big contract from the Browns. He could have left, and I'm like, yeah, but you know, when someone hands you life changing generational wealth, it's hard to say no to that. And
Yeah.
I think he was thinking that they would have a plan and direction for the team, but clearly they didn't. You know,
Yeah.
they have 2 wins, and the Patriots trending in the opposite direction. And
What do you think about Sanders not being on the roster during the Pats game?
he was inactive for an injury,
Oh, that's
apparently.
what
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So I don't think because since they traded Joe Flacco, because before he wasn't the backup, he was third string.
Yeah, he's still third string, I thought.
No, he's technically the backup now because they traded Joe Flacco.
Okay.
So
Which is
he was
Flacco's going off.
yeah, he was just inactive for injury purposes, I heard.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they just sat him. But I mean, he's had a lot of weird stuff going
Yeah, 'cause
on.
the owner doesn't even like him.
Yeah, why would you draft him if you don't like him?
I know.
mean, that's kind of the thing I don't
Like
understand.
you're just drafting so other people don't get him. Like
Yeah, that I don't understand. I mean, give him a chance. We'll see. I mean, it's not Dylan Gabriel isn't playing god awful, but he's also not the answer. So
they're gonna trade him. They're
Yeah.
gonna trade him after his contract is over.
yeah, they'll probably end up drafting a new quarterback next year. They just gotta they gotta find a stable
The
quarterback.
quarterback they have now sucks.
Yeah,
He was making dumb plays.
yeah,
He's a good arm, but he's
yeah. And that's the
Nothing
thing
up
is
there.
that roster. If you look at the Browns roster, like offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, defense, like they have a good defense. I know the Patriots in the second half kind of started lighting them up a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's hard when you're a defense and your offense can't give you any momentum. It's hard to be playing well the whole game. Like you're constantly out on the field.
I also think it has to do with buying in, and I don't think the Patriots are anything special.
Yeah,
They're just buying in.
yeah.
Like
Well coached
they-
football team
no,
as well.
yeah, he's teaching them like we're a family. Like
Yeah.
those like Diggs used to have problems with teams. Now he's like everybody likes him.
Mm.
Everybody's like talking to everybody. There's not one person's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
They're all talking to different players. Everybody's getting their chance to speak
Yeah.
with everybody. And
He-
usually they have groups and those type of.
That's what we said.
I don't know I don't know football, but like I would assume you
Yeah.
guys are so big. You guys have your. I hang out with these people. You hang out with those people, and I don't think that's going on.
Yeah, you don't want to have cliques. I mean, yeah, people like the quarterbacks are gonna hang out. Quarterbacks
Yeah,
spend a
yeah.
lot of time together. Offensive line with
Yeah.
but you want a whole cohesive unit. But Diggs hit when he had that big catch last week. We hit him with the
Yep.
face cover this week. But this week when he scored the touchdown, he gave him the little like Hingle McCringleberry special with the like little the little pump there.
Clip that. Clip that.
The Hingle McCringleberry special is what he hit him with.
Hingham
You're gonna get fined for that, but I don't give a shit because
Yeah.
that's the Hingle McCringleberry,
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
That's what you gotta hit him with.
That's nothing to him, anyways.
We'll go last sports topic that I have. I think one that because I mean we're in like tonight is what they call the sports equinox where hockey's being played tonight, basketball's being played tonight, World Series game, and you have
Yeah.
NFL Monday Night Football. So this is gonna kind of fall through the cracks in terms of popularity. But Brian Kelly is fired from LSU college football.
Oh, I
Well,
seen
technically they buy him out for $54 million, which is quite a bit of money.
that. Yeah.
And one thing I saw and I thought it was interesting was Lane Kiffin, who's coaching at Ole Miss, who is if the season ended right now, Ole Miss would be in the college football playoff. Is speculated to potentially go and take the LSU job. He said on an interview on the Pat McAfee show that it's not all about money. If I'm happy here, I'm staying here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which he didn't really close the door, but he
Yeah.
he's trying to talk around it. It felt like it brings up an interesting question where college football playoff starts on December 19th. They've added 12, so it's 12 teams instead of 4. So now it extends all the way into January. So you have games for the college football playoff being played until mid-January. Is that transfer portal for college football opens January 2nd, and it's 15 days. January 2nd
I think we
to
talked about it.
January
You
17th.
said it was not enough time or something.
Yeah, it's not enough time, and I think it brings light to it back again. Is let's say Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss get into the college football playoff and they start winning. If he is going to take this LSU job, he basically won't be able to do anything in the transfer portal at LSU because he's going to be coaching Ole Miss when he's supposed to be taking an LSU job.
Yeah, which is tough. It's part of the. You just gotta. I guess there's nothing he can do.
Well, you got to move the transfer window, right?
You can't just move because of one team and he's changing his job.
But that's the thing that's going to happen all around. I mean, that's just one example.
Yeah, but that's just life. You just gotta understand. You took a bad coach. You need new jobs. You're gonna have to change that decision.
Yeah, but I feel like it's going to hinder coaches from going and taking jobs because even like let's say the season ends in December and you're going to go take a new job. I'm taking a new job and then a week later I have to go hit the transfer portal and figure out who the hell I want to bring here because
I feel like he's already doing that.
you
Because
could
as
be.
a coach, you should know what's out there already.
Yeah, you
'Cause,
could
like,
be.
You're already.
But you don't know
planning-
who's going to declare to go into the transfer portal.
No, but that's just in general. Like you don't know that in anyways. But you should be looking if you know you're gonna go to a different team. You should be looking into that already, and you should have a lineup of stuff.
Yeah, but how easy would it be to just move it to February and it gives everyone extra time to start doing that work?
That just only benefits one guy, and
But I think that's
take it-
one example. I think it benefits everybody in the whole.
Yeah, but then you'd get a lot of coaches transferring, different teams, which is not ideal.
But
So-
that's if other coaches get fired. Coaches only leave teams if coaches
yeah, but
get
like
fired.
I feel like more college coaches get fired.
Yeah, for sure, because there's a ton of program. I mean, there's 32 NFL teams.
Yeah.
There's usually between 4 to 8 openings every year.
Yeah.
You know, and you have hundreds of college schools. So yeah, I mean, the numbers suggest that you would have more openings. I think last year there was like 76
Yeah.
openings.
Yeah.
So it's going to affect more than
I
one
don't
person.
think I would say they would have to discuss it at the end of the year, after the season's over.
Yeah.
And because I don't think I'm a big on no changes in the middle of the season, because it just messes up the season. Like lacrosse used to change up everything during the season. It used to be a pain in the ass. So I'm just not a big fan. Like finish the season out, and then that way people can prepare for the next season.
All right, so then keep it the same this year, and then if you're going to move it, do it the year
Yeah,
after.
yeah. Discuss it and figure out what's
Yeah.
the best plan. Don't quickly just dive in and say,
Yeah.
we're going to do this.
There's an inevitable thing in college football where with the 12-team playoff, eventually the NCAA isn't even going to be a part of college football anymore, I think. I don't know
feel
when
like
that's
it
going
is.
to happen, but
I feel like it will be just like different leagues.
I think NCAA will have control over every sport but college football. I think college football eventually is going to basically turn into pro sports. With NIL money, with everything that's going on, I think eventually it's just got to create an entity of its own.
I don't think all the NFL, all college sports will do that. I feel
Yeah,
like
I think just football.
no. I feel like not even all football. Like I don't feel like all football is a thing. I feel like they'll be a part of non-big teams.
Yeah, and they did this for 48 hours 2 years ago. They almost built like a college football super league, and
Yeah.
then it got like blown up
Yeah.
because they just weren't ready to put it out. But I think you realistically, and God, I mean, I hate soccer, but the model itself for college football, I think, would work where you have relegation, and it would make competition in games better. Because when I sit down on Saturday, I don't want to watch Alabama play Citadel. But I will watch Alabama play against Clemson. I will watch
But
Alabama.
at this point, why don't we just like get rid of college and tell these kids to go play?
You would almost have like a
Yeah,
semi-pro
I don't think it
minor
would be.
league.
I don't
thing.
think and football would be in a college sport anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, the way colleges are going, I don't think it should be a part of the college.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
it should
need
be
it. You
their
need it to be a part of the college because what? Maybe like 1% of those kids go and play in the NFL. Like it's very minimal.
But I feel like at some point they're all getting paid.
No, because there's kids on the roster that are just not like. You think the kicker at Boston College has an NIL deal? Probably not.
No, but I feel like at some point the school's gonna start paying for these
Yeah,
kids.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could say for these teams, hey, we just pay for your school for that guy. Yeah, it's easy money.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people are saying, oh, I'm getting my school paid for, and I want 100 grand.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna get their school paid for no matter
Yeah,
what.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it just make it not be a part of that, and just make it a separate company.
Yeah, I mean the big I understand why the players want it because the schools make a shit ton of money off
They
the
could
football
like
programs.
make it like a juniors, and like make it on TV like that.
Yeah, no, you can, but you still have to have it directly connected to the school, only because, like I said, there's probably a third string, linebacker at BC right now. That kid's not going to the NFL, but
No,
that
but
kid's
like
getting a BC education.
he can still go to college.
Yeah,
Just wouldn't be it wouldn't with this the team just wouldn't be with the school.
but they would still be the BC Eagles.
Yeah, like maybe you discuss if you have to change the name. I feel like if you went to a different league and you wanted to make it separate, I feel like all those schools should make their own business for that and then keep the school out of it.
That will never happen because then you're hurting because the money that comes in for the programs are alumni. Like the reason Alabama has the big money is because people go to the University of Alabama, they become multimillionaires running a company, and then they say, "I loved my time at Alabama. I love Alabama
You could
football. I want to
you
invest
could
in these
still have
kids."
it like a sub company towards that, but like I wouldn't make it fully. I wouldn't call it a student athlete at that point.
I still would. I would never take away if doing that meant taking away the student athlete portion, it will never happen because they need the student athlete portion for it to work. You have to be directly connected to the school because then what's my incentive? Like the XFL.
I guess.
The XFL is its own league, right? The XFL and people I've never watched an XFL
Yeah,
game
but
because
like
it
the
doesn't
SFL
interest
is
me.
not the best people. Like I'm talking about the top 12 of college teams in the world.
Yeah.
Those teams would do it.
But I partly watch it because the school rivalries and this and that. They'll never directly unconnect these kids from the school, but they will have a separate entity that regulates what money comes in and out. That's just gonna have to have when 80% of schools' revenue comes from football. You can't not pay the college football players.
Yeah, no,
And
I'm
then
saying
because
that
of
all
Title
of them
IX,
should
you
be
have to start
paid.
paying
I
everybody.
still feel like at that point you'd make it a job.
That won't happen.
Like because then you could, yeah, I guess, because like you want people to leave at a certain
Yeah.
point. But I feel like that would be a nice way to make more money and then run through other money through it so you can get tax write-offs.
It's already a job too, and think about this, man. Like if you're a kid that goes to Stanford and you're going to the best school in the country and you're playing college football, think about going to a job interview being like, I have a Stanford education. I had to maintain my schoolwork at Stanford while spending X
Yeah,
amount of hours on
I'm not
football.
gonna lie.
Like that's super impressive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some of them are getting mad discounts on homework and all that. Just
There
because
might be,
yeah.
yeah.
So
But
like
Stanford probably not. Other places, yes.
maybe it would be like us for when our school they would dumb it down that much.
Yeah.
But like I feel like there's still definitely for these college kids because they are just there's no way.
The kids that go to like Alabama, probably yeah.
Yeah, like
But like the kids that go to Stanford, that's why Stanford's really never that good because they limit themselves because you have to have a certain GPA
yeah,
just
yeah,
to go there.
yeah. I'm sure they're smart, but like I feel like the classes and like the curriculum and they get extra credit because they're on the football team. So like I feel like they're not really doing the full. Like if I let's say this, if I had a business and I saw Stanford like a guy and you play football, I'd probably be hesitant, and I'd have to be more. I wouldn't not hire him because he went there. It's just I'd be more hesitant to hire him because I would have to figure out, oh, is he like, oh, on the football team, or is he went to school and he's also on the football team?
Stanford's a bad example because I think everybody that goes to Stanford is super smart. Look at Richard.
No, I'm not saying they're not super smart, but that compared to getting in a job interview, I don't think the.
I'll tell you this. I'll say this. Those kids that play football at Stanford, if they didn't play football, they'd still get into Stanford
Yeah, I know.
without football.
Yeah.
They're that smart.
Yeah, they got him. They got in there without football in the first place. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying so if I had a guy from MIT that played football
Yeah.
because MIT is not really a good football team. And then Stanford, that takes their football team seriously. I would probably lean to the MIT guy, just because he's more serious about his work.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I feel like Stanford's a bad comparison. I think if you said like if I saw a kid from the Alabama football team,
No, that's a more high rated thing. I don't think it
yeah,
happens to all Stanford. I don't think every Stanford kids, maybe like 4 of them are
yeah,
doing this, or like the top players that like said, "Hey, I have enough
yeah,
GPA to get in there. I'll go there," and then they'll just say, "Hey, you can go through classes."
they're not doing that at Stanford. I promise you that.
I'm not saying they aren't, but I'm 100% think they are diluting the work for some of these players.
At other schools and not Stanford. Are you saying Stanford?
I think Stanford. I
No.
think all schools are doing it.
I think a lot of schools like Alabama, Texas
Yeah, I
A&M,
feel like Alabama is 100% doing
but
more
like
than
the
others.
kids that go play football at Harvard, they're at Harvard because they could get into
Yeah,
Harvard.
but I'm not saying they can't get into Harvard. You're not understanding that. All these players, if they get in the thing, they're getting in there. But they're dumbing down their work.
No,
so
but
they
I'm
can,
saying that's not.
I'm saying that they are.
No, I guarantee you no.
I guarantee you.
Go look at Richard Sherman went to the NFL
That's one player. I'm sure there's other players that are not that.
with but he was the best on Stanford's team. So you're saying the best of the best players probably have their work
I'm not
diluted because
saying
they're
everyone.
the best.
I'm not saying everyone.
And he had
You're
a
saying,
4.0.
you're saying I'm saying it happens to everyone. No, I'm saying that happens.
I think Stanford's a bad example. I think you're running with the Stanford thing.
No,
and I
you're
think,
thinking I'm not. You're thinking I'm only saying Stanford. I'm saying every college does it. Some more than others.
I think any Ivy Leagues outside of like the Ivy League schools and the Stanford, yes.
I would disagree, but
But I think they're not going to let you into Yale or Harvard to play
I think they
football if you
already.
couldn't get into Yale or Harvard on your own.
Again, I said they could all get in.
Yeah, but
They
they
all
don't
got in.
change the work.
Yeah, I feel like they would change the work for the.
They go to
football
the
players.
same classes. Like
Yeah, I
we
feel
went
like
to
they would
Nichols.
just.
We went to
Yeah,
Nichols.
the boys said they got adjustments on their work, and they could retake the class and do the homework, or when his class is already over.
No, Nichols sucks at
Yeah,
football.
so
Anyways.
I don't doubt it's doing. I'm sure they don't do it all the time. I'm sure there's years they don't have anybody.
I don't know. If you work at Stanford, or Harvard, or
I'm sure
football,
they're not gonna tell
or
you.
you played there,
Yeah, they're not
no.
gonna
But if you
tell
already graduated and you had the degree from Harvard and you played football
But
or
then they can
Stanford,
take it away.
no, they
If they
can't. No,
Yes,
can't.
they can. They 100%
No,
can take
no,
your
they
degree
can't
away.
take your degree
Yeah,
away.
okay.
Don't
Listen
tell
to
them
Dennis.
that.
Yeah.
Don't tell them
Yeah,
that.
come on. They
Tell
can't
us.
do it.
Come on the podcast and tell us if you had easier work or the same amount of challenging work. We need to figure this out
I think we'd need to
because
get
I
like
have faith in you guys.
I feel like we'd have to have like person that didn't have play football, and then like somebody that like wasn't an athlete. So you get like so that we know like what they did and what they did.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really just go off of like the guy who plays football. 'Cause
If you
can't
played football at Harvard and you had a friend that didn't play football at Harvard at the same time.
No sports, by the way. Didn't have a sports. Didn't play any sports.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're helping out the kid on the diving team. That little fucker on the diving team isn't getting any help.
Mountain State, they did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they all got it. Don't mess with their nerds.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of there. I'm done.
All right,
You got
yeah.
anything else?
Happy Halloween. Watch out. Some pumpkins are queer. You gotta watch out for the pumpkins.
The pumpkins are queer out here. Ooh.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Feel the beat in your chest.